Hello, hello. How are we? We all good? Sorry, I was just looking at something then. We all good? Sorry, I'm over there. So I'll be looking that way. Yeah, just a wee bit late. I'm about 10 minutes late. Got a few things on. Just wait for a few people to come in so we'll get to work. Oh, got a lot of work to do. A lot of bits and bobs. Doing some this. Is chat disabled? Hi, Philippa. Is it not working? Let's have a look. No, it says like live chat's good. Yeah, it's working. How strange. Day 5, there we go. Sending a few offers out. Yeah, I'm a bit late today because I've been to the GP. I called up in like, well, I didn't call up. I made like an online thing. I've not a black screen. Can you see me? Oh, this is a bit weird. Can you see me? Can you hear me? Yes, I can see you. Oh, hi, James. I can see you. Right, okay. No, I've just been to the GP. I put in one of those request things, not an emergency thing, but just to you go see them because I've got like there. Can you see that? It's like a tiny little mole there. But I was just running my hand up and it was like there's a real hard, like tiny little lump. And I was like, oh hello. And it's really weird. It feels really weird. And I just noticed it now. So I'll put that in the thing. Anyway, they called up like about an hour ago. Said, "Oh, can you come in? We've got a quick cancellation." I was like, "Okay, fine." So I went in, and he said it's fine. It's just said it's probably a cyst or one of those or a blocked duct. That's what he said. I was like, "Oh, okay." He said, "But you've done the right thing because it's under a mole. You know, like a light. It's really just a really light mole, like you see." Yeah, he says you've done the right thing. Don't worry, it's fine. I was like, "Oh, thank God." You can never be too careful these days. I can see it. Hi, Scooby Shaggy. Right. Yeah, I did a load of best to get it checked out. I know, yeah, because you just, I'm getting on a bit. In the 30s, you never know. Got to be careful, haven't you? So yeah, I did a load of pictures. If you didn't tell, if you couldn't tell, I did a load of pictures in your live the other night, last night. Oh, hang on, are these? What are these? Oh, these are from the charity shop. Oh God, these are from the charity shop the other day. And I've been really busy for the rest of the day as well. I've been doing stuff. Can't tell you what yet, but I've been doing stuff. Hi, Lisa. How are you? Yeah. So what's that? Do you want to see what I got? I've got it here. Might as well do a quick cheeky haul. Paid £3.10 for these shorts. They're small, but this is a good brand, by the way. If you're doing clothing, I didn't know it until the other week. Derek Rose. If you can get it with tags, it goes for really good money. I don't know about pre-owned. I think it was a bit kind of middling, but Derek Rose. Bit of an unusual. I've never heard of it until the other day. But yeah, I've just put Derek Rose in. A pair of pajamas, 80 quid. Like what? So it's all right. Oh, let's put shorts in because they are shorts. Project Games. Hi, how are you? Oh, here, Derek Rose linen men's Sydney white shorts, £60 pre-owned. What? Yeah, I think with these though, I'm probably looking about like, are these swim shorts? They're more like cargo-y kinds of bolo will kinda, yeah. Oh, I'm gonna put out a mini bolo on this one brand. You know, has everybody heard of Low Alpine? Lowe Alpine. It's I didn't know this. Like it mainly does like hiking and camera gear and stuff like that and camera holders. It's like I'm trying to find. I'm sure I had something like Low Alpine, something around here. Yes, I've got some in my boom set. Yeah, like hiking and stuff. Well, I didn't know this. I can't remember whose video I watched. I'm gonna rip them off and I'm not gonna quote them. I'm sorry. Um, Basically, they stopped doing clothing in 2014. They quit doing clothing, and its clothing has slowly started going up. I think it's having a bit of a moment. It's still doing all the camera equipment and all of the whole, like, camera bags and stuff like that. And the rucksacks are really good. They're insane. But like clothing is starting to go up, I've noticed. Yeah, I was just like researching some stuff and I was like, oh, that's good. I knew he's like, hi Becky, how are you? Oh, right. We've got I know you're coffee themed. And over the past couple of days I've been going to this brand called Costa Coffee. It's like we've got Starbucks, but Costa's like everywhere as well. It's like a big one. It's like the biggest one. And I've been getting, and I got a cold brew, and I thought of you, and I was like, oh, I wonder if Becky will like this. Let's see. Wild Grapevine. Yeah, it's just a bit unusual. I think they're swimming shorts, actually. Come to think of it, they've got like that kind of mesh. Yeah, so got that. Let's have a look. What else have we got? So what's the? Oh, I haven't even researched this one. I was a barrister at Costa. There you go. Are you being bougie with your coffee? Well, I mean, I don't know. Me being bougie is getting a large instead of a medium. So yeah. This is called Black. Oh, this is made in the USA. Black Scale. Is that right? Scale, yeah. And look at it, it's very kind of like varsity style jumper. And I was like, yeah, is that? Yeah, I was gonna say because that's kind of a thing. I was watching is it this? Oh, what's it called? The Rural Squirrel. She's dead lovely. I've forgotten her name. I'm really terrible with names. I've just kind of rushed back, so I'm all a little bit fitzy. But she was saying anything with made in the USA is a good thing because and it's kind of the same with the UK, I suppose. Let's have a look. Black Scale, made in the USA. I like it. I do. I like it when she goes to the bins. And she does like little challenges with other people. No clothing as yet. Black Scale. Oh, there's one here. £20. That's sold. That's a nice. It's like an American flag. It's really good. Yeah, it's quality over cheap stuff. The other places they exploit. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. I mean, unfortunately, that's over here with the fashion industry is insane because, yeah, Boohoo and ASOS, like they're always, and Pretty Little Things, they always get stuff, and H&M and all that stuff. They have all. Is it in India? Most of them do, or China. So yeah, this is a bit of a brand as well. A bit of look at me with my branded bolos today. Black Scale, not sale, scale. But it's just a bit interesting. The tag is a bit faded, but it's there. It's like printed on. I think they've cut that out there. But yeah, 20 quid, I think. I got. I think that was £2. Remember rightly. Oh, and I got these are pretty cool. They're vintage, like Hawaiian-y kind of shirts. but they're cotton. They're not like, what's it? They're not like, what's it called? Viscose or something like that. I say viscose. Is that pronounced? I'm pronouncing it, or viscose. Viscose. Who else is listed in the chat? I should be. Yeah, come on, Philippa. Get some motivation. Is Rural Squirrel a YouTuber? I need to check her out. Yes, she is. She's lovely. Let's do what's it? Yeah, I've it's just normal cotton. This one's just says Barbados in it, and I just doesn't actually have a size. I think this is a medium or what's that? I wonder if it's the same one as this one, because this one's kind of similar. It's a red one. I don't know. There's some brands that do quite well. Oh, hang on. This one says made in, and then it's. Oh, here. This is, it's vintage. Made in Swaziland. It's not been called Swaziland in a long time. Ooh, let's just put Hawaiian Swaziland because it might come up. There you go. Score, yeah. My eyes are I'm like that. Let's see. Hawaiian Swaziland. Hawaiian shirts made in Swaziland. No, it's not. Nothing came up there. Oh, here's one. Oh, this is new with tags though. What's that? Premier International. Oh, what's that say? Newer tags. Oh, I think we've got a winner. I think that's it. Yeah, I think that's the brand because I can see a bit of It's literally, this is the tag. Look how faded the tag is. And I can just make out certain things. Sorry, my fingernails are atrocious. I've been working today. Been doing real work. Man work. New each other. Hi, Blueprint. You all right? Have you put a video out? I think I've seen it in my thing. I put people's videos in a watch thing whenever they pop up, and when I'm doing stuff, I put you on. New retread Hawaiian medium button shirt Swaziland camp short sleeve vintage. Right, okay, that's a mouthful. Someone hit all of the keywords there. Oh, it's Retread is the brand. Retread, right. Now that I know that. Retread. Just put Retread shirt. It's kind of like an investigation, this. It's kind of like, a mystery, and yeah. It's sad. Okay, let's have a look. Check me out with all these new weird brands. That probably aren't worth as much. I enjoyed your Furby comment on mine last night. Yeah, I saw it come up. He said, I'm not watching anymore because you're doing clothing. It's boring me. And I was like, you got Furbies too. I thought that was quite funny. Let's see. My car boot one from Sunday. Yes, I thought it was. It's in my list of watching things. I've been really busy today. I keep saying that, but all will be revealed. Yeah, nothing's coming up, but I have. This is probably the one. This is the brand because I can see it is. Yeah, this is it. You can kind of make out the fadedness. It's 100% cotton anyway. Made in Swaziland. Ooh. Gorgeous prints though. So it's not Hawaiian. It's more like African Hawaiian shirty kind of prints. I wish this would have like a Hawaiian print would have like a more generic name, but I suppose Hawaiian is like the print. But yeah, it's more African-y then. They're toucans. Yeah, but I got two. But basically, I got two. This one's for Barbados. It's black one. Welcome to Barbados. This one doesn't have what's it? It just says large. So yeah, they're about the same size. They're relatively funky. Ready for the summer. Oh, here we go. I think this is the same person because Game clothing, handmade. It's not single stitch. I don't think it's vintage, but it's an all over print, and it's the big 5. So obviously they've been to one of these safaris, and they've bought a t-shirt with all this, and it's an all over print. I just thought it was really unusual. I did a load of bundle. I did a load of stuff, and I put it in. She just said a tenner, and it worked out. I've got 2, 4, 5. Yeah, she worked out about £2 each, which is all right, isn't it? And I got a manta ray shirt because they're having a bit of a moment. And this, I think it's linen, so even better. And it's a XXX. Oh no, it's cotton. I thought it was linen. It felt a bit linen-y, but it's got these wooden kind of buttons. And look, it's one of those reversible ones. Not a reversible one. It's one of those ones where it's been intentionally reversed, so you've got the dark on the inside, light on the outside. But yeah, it's kind of nice. XXX. That would fit. Where's me thing? Oh, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll list this. I'll list these bits. Yeah. Me shorts. Oh, remember? Oh shit! What's that? Pardon my language. I'll tell you what. I forgot to do in my little video, my haul video. Was these? My car boot video is up, but I forgot to put these in. Look at that. They're not unusual. These capri. Well, I call it capri. I think I've already shown these. Look, I only want the lampshade. People put these up for like 20 to 25. This one is just, it's making me feel a bit ill looking at it, but it's still pretty. It's just it's the geometrics of it. I'm like, oh, my eyes are going funny. Oops, getting there. Oh no, I got those from the charity shop. That's why. Oh god, I got these from the charity shop, and how much did she say for them? I think she said a £5 for the 2. That's it. It was my little honey hole that I went to, and yeah, it was nice. What else? I'm sure I got a top from them. I'm a bit in 6s and 7s at the moment. What's this one? Oh, that's another stories. Oh, yeah, I got this from Dublin. It's real. It's Dior. It's all genuine, checked and everything. Dior reversible. I think this is one of those things that comes with like, do you know how you get promo gifts with fragrances? I think this is it, and it's just so lush. It's so lush. Anyway, I might save that for Christmas. Oh no, do you know what? I'm just going to throw it up and just let it sit. So I've got a few bits I can do. If you're listing, list too. And remember, if you've got a sale, let me know because I'll throw it on the horn. Let's see what I've got there. Those Furbies were great. Ball finds. I love how you yank the batteries out right away. It's like shut them up. I had a mad one today. I saw a Facebook listing for some books for free, about 50-minute drive. She said first come first served, which I thought was weird. Got there and it was free for all at a pub. At a pub. Well, she's got it right, hasn't she? You could just bring all the stuff out and be like, right, I'm having a drink. There was no way I was walking around the boot store with them making a racket. Well, funny you should say that because I got a load of talkie stuff. I got, I think it's in there still. It's an Emperor Zurg, and I got a Wreck-It Ralph, and there was some. Oh yeah, a little carousel, a gorgeous Enesco carousel. They were all making noise and talking to each other, and this like little old lady was like, "Oh, your back's talking." I was like, "I know." Bless her. Let's see. I filled my car with books. Also got a retro keyboard. Nice. Is it a Casio one? When you get in your logo in neon writing on the black wall. Do you know what? Right. Pippa knows what's going on, but like I'm a bit busy, and I'm doing like a little video on it and everything. And it should be released next week. But this week I'm really busy. But hopefully, I keep saying like, oh, I need to get it organized. It's going to be organized. Let's just put it that way. And I'm redoing my whole setup here as well. So all of this might be gone. All the lights, all my adorable little lights that I've got, my twinkling lights, I might be updating it. So you never know. Let's have a look what I got. Hi, Julie B. How are you? Hi, Chica. Let's see. I saw the talking bits in the video, was cracking me up. Yeah, and it just wasn't sure. Yeah, it always happens. It's just a nightmare. Did you announce your special news and I missed it? No, it's not come out yet. I'm saving it. It's kind of, I'm so invested in this. I know I've been hyping it up quite a lot, haven't I? It's massive for me. It's big news. To other people, it might not be. Everyone's like, but there's a reason for it. That what I think it's a lot for me. I was about to have a FOMO moment. No, don't worry, it's not. Yeah, so I'll do a few bits. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bits. Yeah, I can do 5 bits. Hi, Kath. How are you? What size is this? Oh, it's an XL. Oh, I got a spider. It's only dinky. Oh wait. I don't mind spiders if they're like in the corner and just minding their own business. But when it's like, this is workstation. It's one of those like tiny little ones. Like you never know if it's a money spider, so you don't know if it's put it across your palm. Okay, rhinestone print, I think. No, it's floral mainly, this one. Okay. Yeah, it's a bit of a work with me, right? So if you want to do some listings, let me know what you're listing. I mean, remember, if you get a sale, let me know. I was about to say, I think it's next level reseller. Ooh. Hi, everyone. Happy Tuesday. Hi, Emma. How are you? Watching you. Are you watching me work from work? It's a bit Inception-y, isn't it? I'm watching you work, watching me work, watching you work. Yeah. So yeah, you'll have to wait and see until I get it into. I've still got my third island video to pop up, but it's just at the end now. I've got a couple of little bits to do. Yeah, I'll have my Dublin haul in that and my airport malarkey and just absolute craziness. There's no actual kind of what's it on this? Sometimes they have like a name for Cavalli stuff, don't they? Look, it's got the hologram and everything. It's really nice. No, it doesn't have like a name. You know, like sometimes All Saints have a name. But I always pick up Cavalli if it's cheap enough. This was €5 in a thrift shop in one of these really expensive Dublin thrift shops that are outrageously expensive. When I talk like say expensive, like Nike t-shirts for €25 that you wouldn't even sell for €3, £3 over it. It's those sort of things. If you saw my video, just something you said in the video made me think that. Yeah, you see. Counting down till I go home at 8. You're on till 8. Is it 2 till 8 or 12 till 8, something like that? But happy news is I've had 3 sales in the last hour. Ka-ching. I've not had any sales today. Oh no. The Buddha's over there. I keep leaving him over there. I'm going to bring him back round. He's on the shelf. He's fine. Yeah, I think that's the nearest one I'm gonna get to. So I'll copy sell similar on that one. Does anybody sell similar? Get as close to it as possible. But if you can't, I mean, if you can't find it, you go as close as possible, don't you? Well, I like to do it on already sold items because it feels like it's magic. Like, oh, it's already sold. Hi, Chris Tyler. How are you? We've had one sale today on positive feedback. Get that butter. 21 in chat. Let's hit the like button. Oh, thank you. Yes. Hit the likes. It's free. I love that saying. It's free. It's a freebie. Where's my tune? There it is. Yeah, I put all of my listings in like one file when I transfer them off my phone because, yeah, you can get those cameras as well. Oh, here we go. You can get those cameras that have Wi-Fi, so when you do your picture, it automatically puts on your phone. You like those big camera things. Big camera things. You know, it takes up pictures. There you go. Thank you very much, Lee. I can't see the. Oh yes, I can. 7 likes. That's lovely. Thank you. There we go. So has everyone had a nice day? It's a Tuesday. It's a weird day, isn't it? I kind of like Tuesdays because I'm kind of like, oh, it's a busy day. It's a nice day. But it's not Mondays, and Mondays there's always a bit of a, but it's not the hump day either. It's kind of like a nice, weird, kind of in between day. I'm gonna put blue floral. It's not rhinestone though. Long sleeve. It's not a 3XL, it's just an XL. Floral, long sleeve, X. There we go. Is it? Is it? I thought it was. Yes. God, I'm going mad. Monday is always the worst for shipping. Do you think? Yeah, because I suppose you've got like the backlog, haven't you? And you've got like, it's like constant. I used to find a long time, let's say a long time ago, for a long time, Mondays were my best day. And I had no reason why. People say Sunday. And I was like, no, it's basically Monday's my favorite day for like sales and stuff. It's been dull today. Oh. Well, I hope I'm brightening it up tonight. Right, there we go. 32. Wednesdays are a killer for you. Are they, Cole? Bloody hell. Yeah, it's a bit it's like it does kind of feel a bit weird Wednesday. I mean, being a reseller, you know, we don't work typical weeks. Do you know what I mean? Like, so because we can basically like go out, it doesn't feel like work sometimes, does it? Until we have to, obviously. But so you won't, your mind kind of resets because when you're like working in an office 9 to 5, you know, slave to the wage kind of thing, you're clock watching and you're like, oh, I just want to go home, just want to go home, just want to go home, just want to go home. And like, because we're resellers, I was like, I'm at home, what can I do? It's very, what's the word? There we go, that's done. That's on the what's it pile. Oh, I've got a barber jacket that I didn't list. I was like, why have I not listed it? Oh my god. They're sold. Those shoes. Oh my god. I might use that to try and get. Oh, what's that actually? This is the laziest thing ever. Do you remember you used to have those extenders? Oh yeah, I've already listed that. Those just need packaging up. That's fine. Right. So what am I doing that? I'll do. 2. We're off. That's the first one listed. At least it's not been as hot today. Yes, it's been cooling down a little bit, but apparently there's going to be some rain and there's going to be another heat wave. Packing loads of orders, it's never a problem to have. Exactly. You've got swings and roundabouts in it. Yeah, you can say like, oh, I don't like it. But then at the same time, it's like, what? I'm making my money. Packing loads of orders, never been a problem. It's that middle of the week horrible lost feeling. Yeah. And I think we get it a little bit, but at the same time, it's like we can fill up. He's like, oh, we can go shopping, and it won't feel like it. It'll feel like more like a day off, but it won't be because we're always working. We're always on the phone. We're always like looking at our phones, sending out offers, dealing with customers, that kind of thing. Or on Sunday after your nap. Does everyone else have a nap? Does everybody else get from the car boot, maybe do a bit of work, but then ultimately has a nap? Usually I find like having a nap between have a bit of dinner and then have a snooze, watch some TV or just have a snooze or something like that between 12 and 2. 12 and 2 are usually like my nap time on a Sunday. One or two, yes. That's it, Chica. Hi, Secret Carper. You just made me laugh at that grab it. I know. Do you know that? Oh, my phone's going off. I've had that for a while, but it was just on the wall there, and I thought, oh, I'll just play around with it. Something else, yeah. I can't keep my eyes open. Exactly. Will it be raining at the weekend? That's the only time I'm bothered about the weather. Me too. Just not on the Sunday, please. Oh, sorry, not on the Saturday night. And definitely not on the Sunday. You can rain on Sunday, but only after 12. Please. Power nap on a Sunday is a must. It is. Because then after you've had a power nap, you can get to work and you feel so much more refreshed. And because I feel like Sunday is our it's our work day, and it's like proper work day if you go to the car boots. Oh, what's that? Oh, posted, yeah, because he ordered those things. Right, those 2 things haven't been paid for yet. 2 things here. Let me just check Depop. Yeah, I've been doing quite well on Depop this month. And Vinted. I'm getting the odd save in there on Vinted. I had a few last week. Yeah, they're fine. That's fine. Okay. Look at these. These look like candy. Like so bright like candy. I wish I could, but with the I suppose obviously if you've got kids, that's it. Your time's not your own. Does a Vinted sales count? Yes, Alison. There you go, party pupper. Just as you said it. What? There you go. Magic. I'm a wizard. Can you share more about Vinted? Vinted is a French company, but they're big over here, and yeah, it's basically. I'm trying to think if there's an equivalent in the States. I don't know. I think it's. Do you have Spock? It started out very like Spock. If you've had Spock, I think Spock is like German, isn't it, or Swedish? Oh my god, they're bright. I know, right? Have you seen them? They're swimming shorts. I normally do well on Vinted, but it has died the last few weeks. Yeah. Any sales count? Exactly. Yeah. So Vinted has kind of been growing in popularity for the past it's been around for about 2 years, hasn't it? 2.5 years, 3 years. But I feel like in the past year, it's been really just taking off. Like I've been seeing loads of adverts for it. Is your throat okay? You sound a bit croaky. Do I? No. I think I'm all right. Oh no, I hope I'm not coming down with something. That'd be the worst. I think I can sell on Vinted here, but I don't know anything about it or anyone who sells on there. Yeah, I don't know if they're trying to vie for market space, but have to see. It's worrying, man. Can you? I'm like, oh. I'll survive. Had 2 sales today, but had nothing for last couple. But then again, haven't been listing. Ah, right. Yeah, you won't get those sales if you don't list. Bermuda shorts. Those aren't Bermuda shorts. They were just like swim shorts, though. There we go. That'll do. Get a drink, hydrate. Yeah, I need to. We need to have. On Twitch, if you've ever gone on Twitch, you can have like little buttons where you can press things saying "Remember to hydrate." Because obviously, when like it's mainly gaming, isn't it? So they do like marathon streams of like say 4 or 5 hours. So yeah, their watchers can say remind them to hydrate. There we go. Vinted is really quick and easy. I know, yeah. Vinted's really good over here if you just want to get rid of stuff. Just put stuff up for like £5, get rid. It's dead easy. You got to feed the eBay machine. You do feed that beast. If you are selling as a reseller, yes, that's the only thing. They don't like it. But I think is that if you're as well, like I've got like 600 listings on there, but I don't list every day. I do like a batch of like 5 or 6, and I've just left it like that, and I've just kind of not done any for ages, and then I put another batch up, and then another batch up. I think staying under the radar like that and not actually selling every day, kind of, you know what I mean? Like, hails under the radar a little bit. What size are these? Oh yeah, these are medium as well. That's fine. On Vinted, some things you can't list, like wool. I didn't know that. Oh, I list jewelry boxes and clothes. All right, but as a reseller, you might get banned. Businesses can't list. I'm not a reseller to list all my stuff. Yeah, and as well, I think they are trying to figure out a way to kind of. I think they're doing something like Vinted Business. So it's basically the same thing. It's weird, isn't it? Right. I am East Coast US. There you go. It's in Pennsylvania, aren't you? High commissions on Vinted. No, there's no fees. Sorry, we all kind of blanked on that, didn't we? Vinted has no fees. So what they do is they take a buyer's premium. So they take a buyer, they put it on the end of the buyer for security, basically. And yeah, it's no fees. Yeah, it's no fees for sellers. That it's a great. I think they might start introducing it. I think they're building up a massive platform of like audiences and stuff. Not audiences, you know what I mean, like users. And I think they're going to start introducing fees. But right now, there's no fees whatsoever. But it's just become popular with buyers as well because people literally have started putting stuff up and it's been offloading really quickly. So it's got a reputation of getting things a lot cheaper than eBay. And that's another thing, like eBay's market share dominance is slowly whittling away. I mean, you can go on a website, there's a couple of websites that show you the difference in what it was like 5 years ago or even 10 years ago going down. And you can see like Poshmark, Mercari, Depop, Vid, they're going up mainly because people are kind of sick of eBay and their BS. That's why eBay are pushing up fees, pushing up subscription fees for business sellers and everything. And it's like, okay, well, you're trying to maintain this level of like dominance, but you're basically squeezing everything you can out of the people that made you as successful as you are. Whereas these other little ones are starting to think, hang on, we've got an opportunity here to really kind of like get on the, get ahead. There, and I'll from there. Oh, that was my little soapboxy kind of like moment. Let's see. They also check if they've had backgrounds removed, photo room, and that. Yeah, and don't copy and paste. Other people's pictures as well. So I did that once. They said, "Can you use your own pictures?" I was like, "Oh God, whoops." It's a lower than you want on eBay due to no fees. Exactly. This is so informative. I might have to get on this. Yeah, it's an interesting experiment. I think if more Americans get on it, I think it'll start building up and it'll be a big kind of thing in America. Do we have Macari yet? We had Macari for about a couple of months, and then it just didn't get anywhere, and people it wasn't like a big thing basically, and it kind of pulled out very quickly. I don't know if that means that they're starting again. I think they've got it in Australia, but they don't have it over here because it just didn't take off, which is not good for Poshmark. But I'm thinking Poshmark is a different beast. Poshmark is a different because it's all like social and it's aiming for like the Depop crowd as well, but also a lot you can sell. It's a lot. I think Poshmark's going to be more pop. I think Poshmark is going to be the second biggest online retailer after eBay, obviously excluding Amazon and all that lot and all the new kind of stores. But like, yeah, Poshmark, I think is going to be the contender. I say that because I'm not even properly on it yet. I should be. That's crazy. It makes sense though. Exactly. eBay was easier when I was a reseller 20 years ago. Yeah, exactly. Let's see. So is there a lot of patrolling on Vinted, like lots of Veros? Kind of, yeah. But you don't get a warning, I think. I think sorry, you don't get like told off or slap on the hand or anything. You get a warning. So a lot of like I had some Sonic the Hedgehog stuff and they automatically changed the title or some of the info in the listings. And I was like, oh, but they did it and they sent me a message. They didn't tell me off or anything. They said, we've done it for you. And I was like, okay. So I checked them and they were absolutely fine. It was just the brand Sega. They put Sega instead of Sonic. So they're on it when it comes to brands. And I think they're trying to be a bit careful not to piss off any kind of like brands. Yeah, Spock did a good job of showing how to launch back. Yeah, it was so. Do you remember when they did all those adverts? They they put the cart before the horse. Vinted told me off for using Nike my title to advertise a Nike top, claiming I was using a brand name to sell a non-branded item. That's weird. You can't sell similar items like to Levi's 501s. They give you a warning, even if you have different pictures. Yeah, they've got to be completely different. That's the weird thing. Even if you have like three of the same item, that you can't put multiple quantity listings. It's a bit weird. It's got its own quirks. Vinted. Right, did I list these? I think I did list these. That's all right. Send a offer out on that. All right, so they're drafted. Where am I putting them? Okay. I'll do this guy for a minute. I just want to do some Hugo Samuels. Not the best brand, but interesting. I am on their site looking. It's so interesting. How do they make money? It's the buyer premium, so they put the fees technically on the buyer. I miss getting the Loot newspaper on a Friday. Yeah. I think way back when, I think we almost bought a fridge on the Loot. Thanks for all the info, by the way, you guys. No problemo. Yeah, I remember us trying to like find a fridge because ours was broken. I think my dad went on the Loot paper and everything. The buyer can pay it's like an insurance fee. So the fees are passed on to the buyer, not the seller. And I think that's what they're trying to do. It's very clever. It's building up a big reputation amongst sellers. and sellers of all stripes, and even the buyers know. So they're going to be turned into sellers, you know what I mean? And yeah, I think it's a very smart way to do it slowly. And then they've started advertising it. Oh no, I think it's been around for about 3 4 years. It was around before the pandemic. So it's been around for probably about what 3 4 years. Are we really that far ahead? Yeah, 4 years. So, but it's built up like a big kind of following. And I think they saw the writing on the wall when it came to Facebook Marketplace, because that does no fees technically. I think they were like, "Hang on, we can do something here." Yeah, I see. That's the only gripe I've got. It's 38. Sorry. Is that their old postage method used to be good because you could put in any amount and just say like, okay, it's got the three or four different levels, that's fine. But then you can put the any amount you want. So I put 350. That's my standard thing that pays for your postage, but also the 50p extra technically. That's for like any packaging or anything. It's a great way to kind of bump up your thing a little bit. But now it does it all for you. And it's like it just you have small, medium, and large, and you can't gauge. Like I've got a say like these pants. If these were really heavy, they might go over like say 1 kilogram. And it's like, well, hang on, is that a medium or is that a small? Whereas before, I could still put these in at 350, but they're weighting it differently. It was a bit weird to get a hang around, and I was like, and you can choose. Luckily, though, if you go into your settings, you can choose which companies you post with. So you know you can switch off Yodel because the only Yodel shop that I've got it's in town, but it's a bit of a way away. Whereas my every site is right there. So how big is their audience? Oh, I don't know how big their audience. I think it was a few million. It was not allowed. I can't remember. Yeah, buyer pays return costs if they aren't happy. It seems like it's a very seller friendly. But if you need to get in touch with any customer service, it is atrocious. Customer service is a nightmare. It's a small watercolor of Newcastle Bridge. Might be his name. I tried to list. Sorry, I'm going back to your original comment. Julia, I tried to list a watercolor painting today by an artist from the 1970s, and Vinted said no. Oh, strange. Yeah, I turned off Yodel. Yeah, same, Matt, same. I bought my first thing from Vinted this weekend. I got postage to collection point for free. There you go. Seems very casual. Yeah, that's another thing that you can do. You can snipe deals off Vinted. So people sell like things to get rid of. Loads of people started sniping Nike trainers or like just trainers in general and then flipping them on eBay. If you got that kind of skill, I know that Lisa does that. I know you. I see you. Google says 8 million users in the UK. Yeah, and I think that's a mixture of buyers and sellers because I've bought off Vinted before, not to resell, just for me, and yeah, it's getting quite popular. Methinks a yellow. It says size 50, but the size 50s are 48. I think it's these. You know, like Ted Baker, where it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and it's like no, you want to go small, medium, or large. That's why I don't pick up Ted Baker. It just confuses me. Does it say the demographic? I think I saw there was a website which showed that more men use eBay more than no, women use more Vinted, Depop, and Poshmark, but men are more prone to use eBay. But I don't know. I don't know if I don't think there's any. That's what they said. They said the statistics like men are more likely to stick with eBay, but women are more likely to split time amongst the smaller to get a bargain, basically. Basically, women like a bargain hunt more than men because eBay is so expensive. Of course it is. Do you reckon if they started charging fees, people would change? I think Lisa says no. I don't know. I think it won't. It depends on the fees. If they are smart enough, they'd start with like a very, very nominal fee, like, like 5%, and then they'll stick with that for a few years. If they stick with that for a few years, and then like eBay technically did. What was it like? Forget me if I'm wrong, but years ago, wasn't it like 5% or like 7% with eBay, and they've slowly been pumping it up, pushing it up, something like that. Oh yeah, do you remember the PayPal fees? It was a nightmare trying to figure out like the two and everything. And it was like, ugh. I'm so glad. I mean, they did own PayPal for a while, and then it kind of went off its own. But and then they sold it off, didn't they? What am I doing? Oh yeah, 17. £3.80. More likely to get Morris Minor spark plug on eBay than exactly. And the thing is, it's the biggest audience. It's still massive. It's still the biggest audience. And it's you go to find stuff that you don't get, like you say, a spark plug for a Morris Minor. Let's have a look. Oh, I'm cross-listing as well, so it's like I'm trying to keep an eye on sell. But if I just do it now, then I'm not faffing around later, or I won't forget. My memory's so scatty at the moment. For the past like 10 years. There we go. Yeah. Let me know what you're selling, what you're listing. I like to know I'm not alone. That reminds me, I need to check my cross listing. There you go. Yeah, I don't use dip sale. I do everything automatic. Not automatic. If I'm doing a batch of clothing, I make sure I've got all my other apps open, and I just cross list that way. It's just easier, and I don't want to pay a fee on zip sale. Vintage strikes me as very much clothes orientated. Generally, I would say that women are more clothes orientated than men, especially older men. Yes, and the thing is, women, if they're in a couple, they buy for their husbands, sons, dads. They buy more for this than men buy for themselves, essentially. That's effort, fair play. Yeah, it is a bit of an effort. I mean, the thing is, I would only get 30 listings per month anyway on a zip sale. So, and we cross list a lot more than 30. The best thing Depop did is increase their thingy bob, the amount of pictures to 8. The best thing they did. Yeah, let me know what you're listing. I'm really nosy. I'm a bit nosy. I want to know what you're listing and all. I get my best clothes from Tesco. Hi, Chop Chop. Busy, busy, work, work, bang, bang. How are you? You been busy, listing away, or not at all? Occasion. Summer. Holiday. Celebrate. Were those cotton shorts? I'm sure they were, because they're not like cheap or anything. Where's the maker's map? Oh. Come on, where's your care label? There it is. Oh, exterior polyamide, right? Georgia Azza has got more expensive lately. Ah, there you go. Listing trading cards. Yeah, you list. You're primarily trading cards on it. You're on Depop though. I've seen you on Depop. Hi, Jojo. We all took all small sizes to the Ragman today. Yeah, I've stopped doing small sizes. I say that they were a medium, but they were new with tags. Yeah, I kind of only do large plus because I am large plus, but also because it's just I know like yeah, I try and get XL plus actually, but I will get large if it's like a decent brand. Pre-love, modern style, loungewear, casual. Sorry, you hear me bashing all these buttons. Going really quickly. There we go. Yeah, so what's everyone's plans for the rest of the week then? Is it work or is it sod that? Try and do other stuff, but you always end up listening to stuff you love. Yeah, that's true. And you do like little videos, don't you, on it, like shorts on your like what's it? Do you prefer Pokemon cards or do you prefer like sports cards, or is it like which sell? I'm picking your brain. I just want to know like what sells most for you. I'm guessing it's Pokemon cards, but I know nothing about Pokemon cards. I think first gen, and then that's it really. And even then, I'm a bit kind of like, and now they've just kind of gone sky high. Yeah, I don't have the full knowledge base. I see some people selling them, but then when people sell them as well, they know what they've got. So it's like, especially with Pokemon, it's like gone are the days where you could get like a big sack, like tin of Pokemon cards for like £1. They're always like, oh, they're Pokemon them. It's like, yes, I know. I am working on home to list, trying to get rid of a lot of my things. Yes, same. Same. Where's oh yeah, there we go. Brand. I wonder if these. Oh no, it's just Hugo Boss. 38. Yellow. So it's pre-loved, age, modern, goth. They're not goth. They're more preppy than anything else. And minimalist. Let's do that. Yeah, around the same actually. So I'm just talking to myself. First Sound of Madness. What? I'm going to have a photography marathon day. There you go. Hi, Dave. We'll have to play catch up later on the stream. Hope you're well. Yeah, thanks for. I did read your comment. I was just when I was going on, I was like, oh, thanks. Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh sell quicker, but sourcing gets hard because people know its value now. Yeah, because of the name, sports cards, people overlook prices is on the rise due to football getting bigger in the US. Yeah, like soccer is getting bigger in the US. Loved your video today. Thank you. It was just a quick one. I just threw them up. Adidas Liverpool. How have your sales been, Dave? Have they gotten any better? I'm going to put them in there as well. Well, have you been sourcing again? See, this is trouble when you do a load of pictures. I have to scroll through all your thing and say like, oh, I can't find it. Thanks for asking. It's all right, mate. Piles of Pokemon here. Large Rover biscuit tins full, but for my sons many moons ago. There you go, Jelly. whack them up, not selling them. Oh, right, okay. I think those types of Pokemon cards, you know, the first generation ones, like now they've gotten to the same kind of thing as like retro gaming. It's kind of plateauing, not plateauing and going down or anything. It's just kind of holding steady and then slowly increasing. Like over the past like 4 or 5 years, retro gaming was like that, and then when pandemic hit, it went like that. It was already really sky high before it hit the pandemic hit, and then it went, and then now it's like that, and it's just creeping up like that. Certain titles are popping off, and I think that's kind of what's happened with like Pokemon card. Pokemon Go really pushed it back into the mainstream. What was it? God, nearly 10 years ago now. Not 10 years ago, like 2017, so like 6, 7 years ago. And thanks Logan Paul and the Paul brothers and all those YouTubers who do extreme kind of like unboxing videos. Just gone absolutely do lollipop. I always source in, and past week I have had a £600 week. Oh, that's all right, isn't it? I've got the nurse coming tomorrow to try and get blood. Last time they couldn't get enough to do the test. It's mine. Yes, it's my blood. You're not getting any of it. Hello, hello. Hi, Tommy. You all right, mate? I'm thinking of buying the albums to store them in. Yeah, why not? Also, card shows are getting more popular in the UK. There were none a few years ago. Now there are loads. Yeah. I think there's one. I saw a card show pop up on my feed. I can't remember where it was. Bought today a Gizmo plush for £1. Oh my God. Is it this Gizmo plush? Was it a Nanko one? A Neko one? Did somebody say Gizmo? Bradley. I bought that at the car boot for me, and it's new. It's got tags and everything, but it's an old one. Is Pokemon going to have a second surge, or did it never go away? Well, it kind of dipped a bit in popularity, didn't it? But then it's kind of just gone ape as well. I think they might have another surge when, I don't know. I think particularly the old generation. I think it might. It depends what they've got up the sleeve. They're very clever, these people, aren't they? To try and gauge interest. It's a stupidly popular franchise. There we go, that's that done. Right, I'm going to do this shirt. Oi. Newer tags. We like newer tags. I'll just cross this one first. Speaking of franchises, what's everyone's favorite like you know when you see like a brand or like an IP, an intellectual property at a car boot or something like that, or you know what I mean, or a charity shop or a thrift store or something, like like an Adidas thing. Like, what's everybody's like favorite thing to pick up, or even on their bucket list? I'm doing a bucket list video. On everybody's bucket list. Older 1981, Scary Eyes. Oh, sooner it sells, the better. Yeah. Last week I was at a scooter game, and my sister asked me to go for a walk with her to collect some gems or something. I was like, what? Seemed fun though. Ah. I could sell a Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh as my pension pot. Yeah, that's a good idea. Sold a Gizmo Furby last month. Paid £2. Sold it for 80 or 60. Can't remember. Wow. Yeah, the Gizmo Furbies are really good. It's a great way to get kids to leave the house. New life. I need a Gizmo Furby name. Ooh, I had a Depop sale today. First one in ages. A Nike top for £30. Awesome. There you go. Fallout. Oh, is that your brand of choice? Vintage Laura Ashley, I love it. Yeah, it's got such a distinct label as well. I think the vintage Laura Ashley, it's quality as well, but like you can't miss it. Like the bore, I don't know why they changed it. The boring Laura Ashley, the new-ish ones, it's so like, but like what's the one? Is it on the green background with the reef, kind of like the little kind of like reef thing? Disney figurine is the typing Samuel. HMS Samuel. Interesting question. Yu-Gi-Oh, Batman, Scooby-Doo, Mario, Spyro. The list goes on. Yeah. I want to find some old school WWF Hasbro wrestling figures one day. Hopefully one of the last few expensive ones I need. Oh, which ones do you need? I've found like I've only ever found like a couple. I've never found like a Hulk Hogan or that kind of era. Who was the fellow that I needed? There was like a small, like little dumpy one. I went to a car boot and this guy had like the full, like, I think they must have been in like late 80s, early 90s. I think they were like 91 or something. And they were like pristine condition. And he wanted like, I think it was like a couple of hundred for the whole lot. I was like, oh God. Don't sell it at a car boot, sell it online. Tommy, you can only choose one. Oh, Jim Shaw, Disney Traditions, yes. Most things Disney, to be fair. Yeah, I think Disney's like a popular one as well. Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, I thought so. The Laura Ashley tag, it's like really, it's just distinctive. And do you know what I mean? It's like, yeah. It's so nice when you see it, when you're flipping through and you're like, ooh, ooh. Right, where's that? Oh, do you know, I've got an itchy wrist there. Itchy palm. This whole arm has been itchy all week, though. It's weird. The Undertaker. They're really early 90s. They are very expensive now. And they're a bit dumpier. Like the new ones by Jack Pacific are really like tough. The what's the ones are a bit dumpier, aren't they? Like a bit like tinier. All the Series 11 are the ones I need. Ridiculous prices now, yeah. I love EO from Winnie the Pooh. Buy him if I see him. Do you? I kind of I went through a phase of picking up certain EO toys, but I bought a bag. I bought a suitcase. It was a giant suitcase from it was basically a woman ran a nursery and she just had all these toys. And I was like, okay. And the majority of them were EO toys. And they were new with tags, some of them. And I've still got like one or two. And I think I sold the rest on the car boot. But I made well over 100 quid. And it was like for a £5. It was insane. Or loved Scooty Too Hotty. Winnie the Pooh is my favourite. I have quite the collection already. There you go. Matt Hardy was ace. There you go. I'm not too big on wrestlers, to be honest, but I do recognise the names and stuff. Probably Yu-Gi-Oh, yeah. Is anyone into like One Piece, the anime? Or manga, should I say? They're doing a live action remake on Netflix and they've released a trailer. It looks decent. I'm not a big One Piece kind of fan, to be honest, but I kind of know it's a bit like Fairy Tale. I know the first couple of ones, but then I kind of lost interest. But yeah, One Piece, I think, might be the next. It'll be the next Witcher or the next flop. And it'll go down in cult history. Right, I'm trying to find these. There they are. I knew I had them. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I started to collect anime postcards. My e-ornament is worth £50 on eBay, but he's mine. I had Winnie the Pooh plushes galore, and all the other characters either take forever to sell or not for sale for me. Yeah, I don't pick up Disney stuff really, unless it's in a bundle and it's dirt cheap. Sale bundle of books £12.95, including postage. Woo! Where's my thing? There we go. Oh, another is Emma Bridgewater. I collect mugs. Yes. Well, the Emma Bridgewater factory is right next to me. Well, not right next to me. That's a lie. It's like 20 minutes away, and I go all the time. By the way, there's a sale on Jilly. I'd have a look on the website. There's currently a very nice sale on, and yeah, I love it. Well, me and Mum love it. Oh, and for her birthday, what me and my brother have got her. We've got her, but my dad knows, but it's kind of like a joint present, really. Their toaster and their kettle, it's a bit bashed. We've had it for years, but so we've bought them a new one, and it's a Russell Hobbs Emma Bridgewater collaboration. It's not like it's not got any polka dots on it. It's not got any hearts on it. It's just the toaster marmalade one, with the writing, and it just says like "Wake up" kind of thing. It's really lovely. But they were on offer, so I thought might as well. But have been striking luck finding new few Transformers. Oh, what the figures? I bought a Transformer toy as well. I thought if I get it up before the new movie's out, but the new movie, I think it's already come out, hasn't it? Casual. Oh. 56. Like a grey. Red. Let's get this done, get it out of the way. I can start listing this one. Already got that one ready. There. Let's have a look. What have I missed? That keyboard was a Evolution MK449. Ooh, worth about 80 or 100 if it works. Very nice. Just going through them, freebie books now. I've got 100. I'll have to do a video on these. Ooh, nice pickup. Yeah, or unique ones as well, like Arts and War. The Arts ones are really good. I tried picking up a load of Arts ones at the auction. I saw at my local auction. I was online and I was looking at them, and they were. And you know how some of them they show you the pictures of these like bundles of boxes, and I was looking at and the titles that were on the picture. So I thought, oh, I'll just like Amazon them or eBay them. Some of them were going for £50. There was one that was going for £120 one. And I was like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, this could be a proper score. Anyway, I mustn't have been the only one because they were getting like I was like, I'll put my pre-bid in. I'll put it in at like 15 £15 starting price. We're going to start this lot at £50. Ooh, and then it shot up to like £250. It was like, there was like 7 boxes full of these art books. I was like, oh. Oh, God, that's really painful. That I'm gonna have to get some like E45 cream on it. I've got a couple that are like chains, but I can't work out how to unfold them. Not sure if they are their own transformer, if they're arms and legs to a big one. Ask MOP, Master of Pieces. Yeah, he's very clued up on his Transformers and his Ninja Turtles, I think, as well. I would love to go to Emperor Troy. It is lush. It's lush. You've got to spend the day there, though. if you go and it's your first time, do the uh, Emma Bridgewater Cafe, and you can get to paint your own thing. And they've got like an actual cafe in there as well. And then you've got like the museum-y kind of. I think it's like a museum. It's like a walk around. Excuse me. But then you've got the proper shop, and then you've got the factory shop. The factory shop is like seconds, and it's like at a cheaper price. But they have like the discontinued section, which is one of my favorite. If you haven't told from some of my videos, I picked up one of her mugs the other day. Very nice, very nice. Yeah, I did a bolo video on them just to go over some of the more popular patterns, and yeah, it's insane. Some of the prices are insane. And do you know? I was thinking, when I was walking around the other day. Last time I went, I was walking around, and I was looking at some of the prices of mugs because they over make the mugs and then they recycle them at the end of the day. But yeah, I was looking at them. I was like, hang on, if you could literally buy all of these and resell them, and you could make like 5, 6. It could be like a weird kind of retail arbitrage kind of thing. If you're willing to sit on them, and if you're willing to like, keep that, you could make about probably £4 a mug, but then you have to shell out like £7 a mug to sell it for like, what is it, 20 something like that, because they come new in box and stuff. Yeah. So no, it's a funny old one. That's what I want. This one, 2000. It's 2000. Yeah, 2005, 2006. How many things have you actually listed? Too many. No, I'm over 800 now. I want to hit 1,000. I just want to. I'm an OCD. I need whole numbers. I have so much ceramics to list. Sold a Charlie Chaplin figurine today on GSP. Paid £2. Sold for. You're doing all right, Dave, aren't you? Doing good, man. Sorry, man. During this stream. Oh, how many things? 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm just doing this Port Vale top. And I'll do the barber jacket. I'm already on an hour and 17. Bloody hell. Anyone selling their Pyrex now, they're in trouble. Pyrex are in trouble. Sorry, I know that's like really bad. I've got a Pyrex bowls there. They're really boring, plain ones. There's not patterned ones. But I did sell a Pyrex bowl, and then they cancelled. I was really annoyed the other week about that. Last week was a terrible week for me. I did all right at the weekend, but the week was fucking nightmare. Pardon my language. That's 3XL. This is a good top because it's 3XL. And it's new with tags, so no winner. It's not got a shirt number. With tags. How big is everyone's death piles? Oh, it's it's hit and miss. Let's put it that way. No, I'm whittling it down because of some things that I can't talk about. But yeah, I'm getting there. The great thing is like I am picking up stuff at the weekend from the car boots, and I'm very rarely going to the charity shops. However, I have been going in every time that I've been, we were talking about this last night on Bold Finds' channel, on James's channel, and it's like whenever I go to my storage unit, I drop off. There's like a couple of charity shops along the way, so I always pick up stuff. I go in just to have a nosy, but yeah. So I'm kind of replacing what's selling throughout the week, and then adding to it as well. My depot is down to about 10 sacks of winter clothes, but the old chop chop. I have about 200 to 300 items, clothes, ceramics, clothes, toys, back massager, lamps, and so on. Yeah. That's good there. And you're doing, you see, it seems like you've had a good few sales, Dave. My depot pile is around 200 items. Need to do a car boot and actually sell, not buy. Well, funny you should say that, mate. I'm actually going to be doing a car boot. I don't know when I'm going to be doing it. It might be, I don't know. I might wait until August. I don't know. We shall see. That's you. Source, page, sportswear, casual. I'm doing, what's that? Doing car boot Sunday selling. That's good. No comment, Dave. I'm a consignment seller and I've been loaded up by my consigner lately. Yeah, check out Becky's channel. She does lives and she's consigner is like selling for other people and everything. And yeah, she gets like these big bags, don't you? I just can't believe. Like it's a really interesting way. It's a completely different way of doing like reselling, like because we source all our stuff and they like come to you and everything. I find it really interesting. Oh no, this is 2XL, not 3XL. Oh, I'm such a. Ugh. Well, I'm glad I found it now and not when it's sold. Right, so I'll have to change all this around now. 2 X. There we go. Right. Depot done. Updated. Let's see. Mine's pretty bad at the moment, Dave. I've definitely allowed content to become more of a priority than listing, which is bad for business. But I'm now stocked up for a while. Yeah, at least you've got like the good thing is though, because it's coming up to that summer slowdown that everybody talks about. That I don't technically feel. Last year I didn't feel this summer slowdown, but what I did was I really hammered home a load of listings last year. And I think I might try it again, try and get as much up as possible. So by averages, it slows down, but then because I'm listing more, the averages kind of stay the same. Yeah, that's how I did it. But yeah, I had July was a really good month for me last year. Weirdly. It's got to be done to cleanse every night. Yeah, exactly. You need to just kind of like rotate your stock, get rid of anything that's sticky. Do some auction, like online auctions before you. you know, for all your lower value stuff. That's basically what I'm going to be doing. Why is this? I just hate sellotape sometimes. Sticky back plastic. Sorry. I know people don't like using the teeth. I do it all the time. I'm terrible. I'll just close that. Yes, I'll be doing this jacket as well. It's risky though because you don't get to select. Yes, exactly. It's just given to you. Although I can refuse. Oh, that's good. Do you have a contract with them? I've always wondered about this. Do you have like a contract, or is it just like an agreement, like a verbal agreement or something? I have drafts, as you know, no consistency, but every few weeks. So this week's better than the past month. Right? Yeah. I understand. Yeah. Always good to have cash flow moving too. Yeah. Sub to Tommy and you, like, there you go. Yeah, Tommy's hit is it on 215 now, or was it 230? I think 213. Bravo. Oh, do you know what I've done? I've just kind of messed up this zip. There we go. Yeah. Barber International, thank you very much. Did I read that right? Do you know when you read something and then you're like, literally seconds later, you're like, what was that? I'm always ready to sell it. Next car boot, make space. Still need to do some sorting. Yeah. Right, I'm off all. Have a good evening. See you later, mate. Has everyone ever thought about bringing in employees to scale up or gone through that experience? No, not technically. I was thinking maybe of like getting my brother to do some pictures, but we'll have to see because that's not too arduous for him. I do have a formal contract that spells everything out. Ah, right. That's good. I suppose it's business at the end of the day. You need it to protect yourself as well. Do you have a channel as well? Who's that? Oh, the Dave. Yeah, I think he. Do you have a channel, Dave? I've checked. I don't think you do. Do you? I think you. I don't know. You do. Not really. Only a few vids of my garden. That's it. It was you have your garden. Yeah. If I had more money, I would. Yeah. This is it. If I was like, was it Tech Sports on Daily Refinement? He's got like employees and stuff. Or yeah, if I had a ridiculous amount, I was looking at like because jobs come up, you know, on Indeed, and I've got a notification, and one of them I was just looking through, and one of them was, oh, eBay business needs help with listing. Someone actually put that. I was like, and they were a warehouse. They were like an all sorts kind of warehouse, but they mainly had like and they needed people to do listings for them and orders. That was it, and you get paid an hourly wage. So there you go. Anyone else in chat of YouTube? I love checking out what everyone has going on. Nosy boy here. Dave the gardener. Oh my god, my garden is a disaster this time of year. I need to do like a little walk around my garden. It's nice. It's a lovely little cute garden. It's very secret gardening. I've seen some of those ads too. Yeah, and it's like, I was looking because some of them are like they're not private businesses per se. What's that? Oh, it's another T-shirt. Ooh. They're not like they're not private business. They are private business, but they're not multinationals or anything like that. They're like a family business, or they're like, you know, someone who's gotten into like, you know, like car parts, and they've got like massive, massive warehouse, not massive, but like a warehouse full, and they just need to get kind of on the go. But yeah, there's a few people like that. I also saw a one of a shop in Stoke, and it was this is pre-pandemic, and it was they sold artisan things, and they needed an Etsy and eBay create. They said we need someone to help create and manage our online division. But like they made like soaps and stuff, and they made like artsy crafts and stuff. Yeah, and I was like, oh, that's interesting. But I was literally like, I'm not. I need to focus on my own now. I could have done like 4 hours a week. I think it was only like 16 hours they were asking, but yeah, you never know. I know I'm proper into my garden. I'm 44 and I've been into it since a kid. That's good though. That's good. It really helps your mental health as well. And yeah, it's really good. I have a channel. Oh yeah, Tommy has a channel as well. I have seen you, Tommy. You are fun. Yeah. Oh, thank you. Imagine having them phone in sick. I've seen the name for Amazon businesses too. Yeah, there's something that I think if you hire an employee, you can actually write it off in tax, can't you? But also you have to pay like, is it the pension thing? There's a whole kind of if you hire someone, there's a whole new thing that you have to do, and I was like, oh, I don't know if I could do that. It'd have to be on piecemeal. Like I could do it with my brother or my mum or my dad, or family members, or maybe friends that kind of come in and just slip them some money, like cash in hand. It's not allowed, but you know what I mean. But like formally bringing in employees and having to do all that tax stuff, it's just an added thing that I need to get my head around, and it's like, oh, I can't be asked. And I'm not there yet. I'm not as big. I think if I end up getting so big, then maybe. Like, I suppose if you're earning over 6 figures a year, you could afford it. And then it frees up you doing like more time, and yeah. We're getting into the nitty gritty tonight, aren't we? More headwork to deal with. Yeah. Isn't that how you scale up past the threshold? Yeah. I think you do. I mean, by threshold, you mean the VAT thing, the 80 grand? I don't know, because I've seen individual sellers get past 80 grand by themselves. I remember it's 80 grand gross. So then after all your fees and all your it probably brings it down. So, but like if I can, I think if I can, I mean, I'd everyone always says like, oh, I don't want to go over 80 grand because it's another thing. It's like, yeah, but you never know. If you're like, it'd be annoying if you're say like hovering around like 80 grand, and if you accidentally go over it, then you have to fill out all of your things anyway, and it's an extra kind of bit. I personally don't think you should pay tax I think you should only pay tax on things that you're selling new. If it's pre-owned, then it's already had that tax on it technically, so it's not worth it unless you smash through it. Exactly, Lisa. That's what that you said it in the way I was trying to say. And it's so simple. Yeah, unless like you don't want to be like, oh, I'm on 79. Oh no. And then kind of like hover over it. You want to know that you're going to push through it and hit like 90, 100, 100 plus, so that it's worth it, worth the headache, basically. Sorry, I've got something in my eye. I've had something in my eye for a while. I'm like, suffering through it. Sorry. Yeah, so I that's basically what I was trying to say. It's not worth it if you smash it. But then at the same time, it's like I would just want to just do as much as I can. Surely that's what we're all here for, to try and do as much as we possibly can. But in terms of like headaches, it would be nice just to like hit 70 and then knowing that I'm going to add an extra like 30 onto that, and then I'll be like, okay, now I can. I think it's an interesting topic. Go for it. Keep growing. Turn it into new avenues, new revenue. Yeah, I mean that's the thing. There's some people who do other like other revenues, and it surprises them how fast they grow. And if they end up doing like, if you do end up like cards on the table, I mean, how much? You don't have to answer. I'm not, bothered if you do. But how much is everyone gross bringing in to from eBay? I'm at around 40 a year, and net it's about 20. So I'm kind of halfway there. I want to do more, but yeah, if I can get to 50 by the end of the year, that'll be fab. That's like, oh my god, just had someone pay for an item 3 day later. Ooh. Oh, hello. There we go. What's this? Who's? Oh, I've got an offer. Oh. Is it a sensible offer though? Let me finish this and I'll get back to it. You can wait. What's this? Oh yeah, that's. Here's another topic while everyone like. If you want me to change the subject, has anyone got an item in their inventory that they see being watched all the time yet never sells? I'm really curious because I've got some lawn bowls, some crown green bowling, and it's in a bag and they are crispy, fresh, they're brilliant. And I've played around with prices. And for some reason, it's my most watched item. And yeah, it's a nightmare. Every time I send out offers, ridiculous offers as well, not unreasonable, and then nobody buys them. And I've had them for like over a year now, but they're really good. Where's this? What's it? Where did I see it? Let me just have a look. I'll shuttle off at 8 and just do this. Oh, it was off on a Fred Perry top. Oh, God. Yes, I'll accept that because this one is marked. Yeah. So I might have just had a sale. Just take it off Depop. Where are you? There it is. While I'm here, I'll take that Depop. Right, let's look. I'm definitely under 8K at the moment, only reselling part-time and not relying on an eBay income to survive but it's my backup if all else fails. Exactly. That's the best way. And plus you've got a real good skill set, Tommy. Because of your job, it's a really good skill set to have and it's in demand, technically, isn't it? So it's, it's good to supplement your income that way. I would just like to be able to make enough to quit my job at the moment. Yeah, do you know what, Lisa? That was exactly what my mentality was. I've done minimum wage jobs for ages. I've got a degree and everything, but I've done minimum wage jobs. Sorry, man. done minimum wage jobs, and I was working for the local government, and I am earning. I was with travel. I ended up probably working about 50 odd hours a week if you include the travel as well, and for the minimum amount. And I was seeing people who were, they were just terrible people, and they were getting paid more. And I was like, they don't do any work. They're just no, no. And obviously things happened to me and everything, and my will changed, and I was like, right. And now I'm earning probably 30% more than what I was doing, and I'm happier. Why make other people rich? You can make yourself rich. But like having that kind of level, quitting your job. See, I did it the wrong way, really. I did a bit of reselling and stuff, but then I got to the point where I was like earning more. And then I was like, no, I wasn't earning more. I was earning a little bit. But then I quit my job, and I just kind of like, yeah, I've had enough. Let's have a look. Let's see. I would just like to do it, yes, all the time. Yes, loungefly bags. Yeah. I'm surprised at bowls. We sold some in a week. Yeah, they were surprised. I got those bowls from the charity shop last week, 5 for a fiver, and 2 have sold for like 60 quid. Amazing. I've turned full time, and this is my second month, so numbers are vague at the moment, but want to build a bigger business. You're on the right path, aren't you? It's other sellers with the same items keeping an eye on your listing to see what they sell for. Yeah. They don't want to buy, they want to know what it goes for. Yeah, and it ruins your statistics, I think, or your sell-through rate. So that's why I don't give out my eBay store. I know some of the bigger like YouTube channels, they do give out their eBay store and everything, and that's great. I haven't got a problem with that. But for me personally, I'm like, I don't want other people to come on my store and like watch stuff, but then the sell-through rate kind of dips, and if eBay sees that, it might be the mysterious algorithm say like, oh, well, those listings are rubbish, so I'll suppress it. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't want anything negative to affect my eBay, so I kind of don't give it out. Could it be the size weight of the balls that is putting people off? It could be. I mean, there's 4 in there, but they're in this really pristine bag. It's a gorgeous bag, and I think that's the draw. See, I had such a weird experience. I started eBay for that exact reason, to build it up enough to quit my job to do freelance. eBay half and half, but then secured full-time work in the dream job. Yeah, it's kind of like the opposite, isn't it? Yeah, really interesting that. Yeah. Hey, yeah, you might as well, but then like do it part-time for a bit of fun. It's all good. Budget, big sale here, $1.99. Ooh, yeah. Even if you got a sale, you get a toot toot. There you go, toot toot, sale. So eBay's more for fun and some pocket money on the side, but my goal is to build it up as much as my current income and eventually surpass it. Brilliant. It all adds up, plus you'll get good feedback. There you go. So I had to pop in a home and bargain. I hate my day job, but nowhere near able to upscale my reselling salary. But I'll keep practicing. Big respect to anyone who can do reselling. Yeah, I think big up to anyone who does reselling and they've got a family as well, because I can't imagine. I just can't imagine. I mean, I've got a family, but like a grown up like family. I meant like like kids and stuff like that. It's just I couldn't do it. Day job is obviously still my income. Yeah, and I suppose it's guaranteed as well. It's like that's your job. That's like at least you got money. You've got pension, support days. I mean, is anybody who's doing full-time reselling, when it comes to pension and savings and retirement, does that worry you? Because I know we are a lot of us don't actually save up, or when I've gleaned it off other people's like lives and channels and stuff, a lot of people don't talk about like savings and pensions and stuff. I have, just so you know, a really easy pension to open up is Pension B, BEE, and they've been around for a while now, but they're really easy to set up, and you can do a standing order of like say £10 a week or £10 a month. It's that you can literally negotiate what you pay. I do at the moment like £20 a month. It's minuscule compared to my like council pension. I think I was putting in something like, I think it was £60 to £70 a month. I was putting in my council pension, and like my separate council pension, because you got your NI and your your state, but then your council one. So I'm gonna, when I start getting a bit more disposable income and everything, and a bit more kind of like free up money, I'm gonna start build that up a little bit more. But also I've got an ISA, and the returns on ISA are probably going to be a lot better. Plus, your private pension, you can leave it to people. Your state pension you can't. I'm not a financial expert. This is just what I've heard. Just so you know, caveat. But like with an ISA, you can nominate anybody to get that. And yeah, so I'm going to build up an ISA and compound the interest and just do my best on that. That's basically my retirement plan. And then whatever like property I've got, hopefully, because we're all chipping in for property eventually. That's where all our money's going. But we're waiting until the whole inflation situation calms down. Full-time day job is obviously similar. You can select to save pensions on your taxes. I think, yeah, there are certain things in on the HMRC in terms of state pension. Plus, yeah, there's a few bits. I pay nearly £200-300 a month, and my forecast is 12 grand a year. That can't be right. Going to have to reach it. It'll be a lot more, as it's an absolute minefield. That's the NHS, yeah. And the thing is, the NHS pensions as well, it depends what year you started them, because they've been fiddling around with them that much and trying to tinker around. They've messed up so much. But yeah, I definitely. I remember you can combine your pensions as well. I got asked if I wanted to combine mine. Personally, I was like, no. I was like, it's all going to come into the same pot eventually, but it depends, because the pension B one that I had was obviously it's a private one, and the local government one is probably the better one that you can keep, and the benefits, yeah, they're slow and steady, whereas the private ones, there's like 3 or 4 on my one. There's about 3 or 4 different things. You can have high risk, low risk, medium risk, or no risk kind of thing, and the growth is very kind of like all over the place, because it's dictated by the market. That's the problem with the private ones. 2003, yes, changed it a few years back, exactly the 95, and changed it 2015. I think, yeah. They did it with a local council as well. It's like they fuck around with it that much. Pardon my language. They mess around with it that much just to show, oh look, we're doing work, we're doing our jobs. No, you're not. You're messing around. The government spent my pension. Yeah, exactly. And plus, the thing is, where does it go? Where does your state pension go when you die? It goes to the government. It doesn't go to a nominated individual. It doesn't go to your spouse or your partner. I think there was something in that, wasn't there, where it used to go to your partner, and then they took it away. Your longest choice is correct, mate. Yeah, I know, it's ridiculous, isn't it? What they're fucking doing. But it's amazing how, like, during the pandemic, 200 over in the UK, over 200,000 people died. Like 180 odd thousand were over the age of, was it 180, 190,000 were over the age of 18? Working individuals, most of them were old. Where's that pension money gone? It's gone back to the bloody government, hasn't it? It doesn't say. I don't agree with that. Well, we don't agree with what? The pension thing. It sounds right, David. It's worrying how far it doesn't go. I know, yeah, it's scary. A good thing about this pension B is that it can, it shows your forecast really, really well. It's like really clear, and your spouse should get it. Oh yeah, that's what I mean. I agree. I think your spouse should get it. You should, or anyone you should nominate. If you can nominate one person to receive your money, that's who should get it. If you're like, if your spouse has died and you've got like a child, your child should get it, I think. We're all slaves to the grind, sadly. I know, I'm on my soapbox tonight, sorry. I'm a full-time reselling, which has allowed me to quit my job. I have not yet replaced my old paycheck, but I have traded the stress and the ability to be at home with my girls and dip in dollars. Yeah, exactly, Becky. I completely agree. At first, for the first like year that I was doing this, I wasn't earning as much as my old job. But then as soon as I hit that, I mean, I was some things are worth more than money. I was getting back on my feet, and it was like I rebuilt my life, and I was just like the stress. I was not stressed. I was like healthier. I felt more alive. It was just a lot. I don't know. There was just a lot of things, and for me personally, it really has been a lifeline. Toyd invented COVID to get the pension money back. Well, I wouldn't be surprised. We're 150k pension pot equates to about $7,000 a year. I know it's scary, isn't it? It's like who's built up, but I suppose that's what a pension is. You're building it up. Because we are living longer. Yeah, that's not much exactly. I think your state pension. How much your state pension? It's 100. It's gone up to. Is it 150 a week? I think my dad's now is like 100. It might be. Is it 200? I can't remember. I don't know. This is what I mean. I'm not a financial advisor. I just kind of like glance over these things and I read and watch Martin Lewis because I think he's a genius and he's the most trusted individual and he knows what he's talking about. So yeah, if you're ever in any doubt, go to Money Expert or go to Citizens Advice. They do a lot of really good, clear kind of instructions about what's what. That is why my name is A New Life. I feel like a whole new woman. There you go. It's perfect, isn't it? It's perfect. And you will get there. It's like, and the thing is, you can dictate where you go with it, whether you want to do more or whether you want to do less. You don't have to kind of like stress about like, oh God, I need to get into work. I need to do this. I need to, and like, you know, I mean, I know like with eBay, we're on our phones all the time or like, you know, reselling. We never really switch off. But the difference, the freedom, it's just, yeah. Totally agree, Becky. Totally agree. So remember what 2 of the 3 I work with opted out of paying into more for them. Particularly, I mean, you work for the NHS. If you're, I think Sophie, she's the nurse, you know, SB Reselling, she's a nurse and she does it on the bank. So during the pandemic, I know that the bank nurses were paid a lot more, and there was desperation in getting people into fill certain roles, and they were paying stupid amounts, like almost, I think it was over double. Like some people like paid over double what a normal nurse was paid. How annoyed would you be if that were not normal nurse? Like my mum was like, but they were paying. They were sending out messages to all the nurses. Oh, can you work this date? And we'll pay you so much. And my mum got extra, basically, for doing that. But yeah, it was mad. It's £203 a week. Yeah, I think that's what he got. By the time some of us are old enough to get state pension, will it still be around? Exactly. But what's happened to all that money? I wouldn't be surprised if they got rid of it for like the kids who are coming up now. I wonder if they'll get rid of it completely for their grandkids, and pensions will be a thing of the past, and they'll all go private. Which is why getting an ISA is the best thing, because if you take your pension out, it gets taxed. If you take the 25 lump sum, it could push you over the tax threshold and you'll get taxed. An ISA, you are not taxed on anything. It doesn't matter how much it brings in compound interest. You could have been putting in ISA money since you were like 16, 17, maxing it out and be bringing in compound interest of like 100 grand a month, 100 grand a year. But because it's an ISA, you will not get taxed. So that's why I've opened up an ISA and I'm just kind of like throwing as much in. It's crazy. Have you been trying to get myself clued up on the S&P 500? Well, funny you should say that. I've just got a dividend off my HSBC because I've got quite a lot of money in like the banks, and and I bought them when they were like really low, so they've kind of gone up quite a lot. And I got a whole £2.50. It's not a lot. Am I giving clothes, goods, a new life, double entendre? Yeah, exactly. That pension money doesn't exist, George. A state pension is just a promise from the government to pay you a regular amount. There is no big pot of money. I know, but it's like, where does it go? Where does your money go? What, they spend it? By the time some of us are old enough, yeah, I've read that. When I run out of money, I'm going to take an overdose of laxatives and cancel off just to get my own. Oh, yeah, that's brilliant. That's brilliant, Chop Chop. I think we should do it en masse. We'll call it the big shitter. My dad just retired about 4 months ago. Oh, how's he doing? My dad retired last year. I think it was in September. So he's loving it. Probably not so. I think that's why introduce those lifetime ISAs to convince us to lifetime our futures. Yeah, I mean, you've got the ISAs, the lifetime ISAs, but you can use that to buy a house. But by the time you've saved up enough money to buy a house, you're already at retirement age. So do you just buy it at retirement age? Because you won't be able to live in it. It's crazy. Put your shares in ISA. There are tax-free. Exactly. Tax-free ISAs are the way to go to supplement anything. And the thing is, because they compound, if you've got a stocks and shares ISA, the average growth per year is between 6 and 9%. Oh, well, it varies, but usually it averages out around 7.5, doesn't it? Growth every year, the British S&P 500 and all that kind of stuff. So if you have one of these growth, you can kind of calculate the compound interest year on year, but it means having to. I mean, if you could, I think Mama Furfur. If you've not watched Mama Furfur, you might not agree with her some of the things that she says, but she does. She did a really good few videos on ISA compound interest, and she worked out like if you max it out every year, just in case you got £20,000 a year, that's the average. That's how much we're allowed to put in our ISAs. If you put in £20,000, put it in a instead of a cash ISA, do a stocks and shares ISA. It will every single year. It will take you 8 years to get in compound interest £20,000 back, tax free. So 20 years. Oh, sorry, 8 years of £20,000 if you've got that lying around, and then you'll get 20 grand interest for free, and then you can keep putting that in, so it'll pay for itself for the rest of the what's it. So technically, you only need to get 20 grand. I mean, that's how much I earn net for myself. Average around 20 grand. That'll be brilliant, and then that's passive income then for the rest of your life. And then if you want, when you retire, you could take all that money. But like, who has 20 grand just lying around every year? I mean, there's a reason why the rich get richer. I mean, you can say, oh, tax the rich. It's like, yeah, but their interest covers all the tax that they've made and then some. It's ridiculous. Tax wealth, not income. But I think that's why the interest lifetime is put your shares in ISA. Yeah, I do have an ISA, but it's not paying much at the moment. Yeah, neither's mine. You need a fair bit of money before it starts paying him. He decided to work on a year, then had enough. Yeah. Your dad didn't retire, just he just got a new job as a tire. yeah, have you caught that? But that's it. Whenever he goes out, I'm always like, oh, I'll come with you. Or like, he likes coming to the car boots, but then at the same time, I'm like, oh, do you mind if we go around 6 o'clock? And he's like, because we used to just roll out at 8 o'clock and just get there for like 9. That's how I started. Businesses are my retirement plan. Yes, that's it. And it's good to have a plan. It's good to have some sort of plan. It's all part of the plan. Right, I think I've got everything. I've got this Beatles t-shirt, but I'm a bit iffy about it. I might just send that to the car boot because it's a bit kind of, look, it's got paint on. Yeah, it's not the best. I might do a bundle of some of the good stuff, but like, what do they call it in the bundles? Things like B grade stuff. Property is my plan. Well, yeah, that's another thing. Property is a good one. Start individual, go local, got national, go worldwide. That's it. Or as I like to call it, glocal. We learned that topic. I learned that topic at a course that I did at uni. Glocal, global, national, and local. Thought it was quite cute. Right, let's check the bay. Let's see if I've had any sales. I've been wittering on. Uh, no. It's answering the question. Uh, it's done individual. Yeah, exactly. Right, let's check the bay. Asking me questions at this time of night. I have been going on a lot longer than I thought. I'm on 2 hours now. Woo, it's been a long one. I do apologise. I'm getting quite a lot of watches on stuff, so I have to keep on sending offers out. Another brand I'd like to see, Jurassic Park stuff. Yes, rewatched the first one last night. Well, do you know it's been 30 years since the first one, and I remember going to the cinema to see it. Oh, it was so. I was like, oh my god! But there's a great experience at the London Albert Hall, the Albert Hall in London, I think, the Royal Albert Hall. That's it, and it's like the Philharmonic are doing a live kind of performance of the music to Jurassic Park with the cinema screen. And I don't know how much are tickets, but they're on sale now. And I'm this close to coming to go through straight through. Yeah, it's great, Jurassic Park. Yeah, so I'm gonna have to watch it. I've seen all the new ones. I'm not too fussed about them. The first one's just the classic, and I did like the second one. The third one isn't that so much. That's yeah, it does. And they have a Lord of the Rings one. Um, I would like to see the last Lord of the Rings on the Philharmonic kind of orchestra, but they do. I think the second one, the Two Towers, that's the next one up. So I think the third one might be next year. It's called Music in Movies, and they've got a massive, massive screen, but it costs like 100. I think it's £100 a ticket or £70 a ticket, something like that. It's a bit silly, but like when you think the experience, it's just an experience, isn't it? 30 years and it's only Jurassic Park I have seen. What? What about the new Indiana Jones? Ooh, I don't know about that one. I saw the. Do you know what? I saw the Indiana Jones, the Crystal Skull one, the last one they did. We did a back-to-back showing. We saw that one, and I think we saw. Was it? Did we do a back-to-back showing? Basically, we saw Sex and the City 2 and not Sex and the City, Sex and the City movie and Indiana Jones in like a day. It was just the weirdest kind of combo. I remember when I was a kid, my brother rewinding the plane crash in the third one over and over again was a hilarious memory. Oh yeah. The book Jurassic Park was on our reading list at uni. Teaches genetics really well. Yeah, I like Jurassic Park because it's funny because the scene of the second movie, that's what the first book opens with. So I was like, oh, hang on, that's the second movie. That's part of the one. Yeah, and it's a bit kind of bit all over. But that's the whole point. It's inspired by in it. Yeah, it's good. It's good fun. Let's see. Right, so that's done. Let me just do that. Right. Let's check vintage. Sorry, I'm talking to myself. The Sound of Madness. No, no sales there. Let's just check Etsy. A surprise sale on Etsy last week. Came out of the blue. Have you seen the series on Netflix, The Movies That Made Us? Yeah, think I saw one of them a while ago. It was really good. I think this was it. This did you see a Star Wars one? What did everyone think of the last Jurassic World? Eh, eh. We're all crazy here. Yeah, it's all right. It wasn't the big ending that they promised, was it? It was a bit kind of like weird and wonderful because he got into like cloning and genetic modification and stuff like that. It was a bit like, I see it. I mean, there's other places they can go with it. I mean, it's that big of a franchise. They could start doing, because I know that there was plans when the first Jurassic World came out of where it was going to go, and they were going to do genetically modified dinosaurs, and it was going to be a war movie, and it was going basically just going to be a war movie, and then they don't just go ape shit, don't they? They are planning prequels. Oh, I've only seen the first 4. Yeah. They don't get that much better due to the kid clone thing. Yeah. But I know that they did designs where like they were genetically modified raptors and they had like guns on the back and stuff. And yeah, they were, Jurassic Park versus King Kong. Well, they're all under Universal, so you never know. Yeah, and someone said the Fast and the Furious. They were like, I'm just waiting for a Fast and the Furious Transformers collab, but you got Universal Paramount, so because it's about family. We're a family. I just can't sit watch a whole film anymore. Do you know Twister in '97 or Outbreak in '93? That's going back. I saw Twister at the cinema. Yeah, what I was going to say, I was going. I forgot what I was going to say. What number are they on? I don't know, like 10. I think it's 10. The Fast and Furious. I prefer TV. So yeah. Oh, that's what I was going to say. Yeah. For some reason, like I went to watch The Little Mermaid, and I liked it. It was good. As they go, it was all right. But I'll tell you what, I was getting tired towards the end. And I watched that new. Me, my mum, and my brother. We all went to go and see the new Avatar movie. I fell asleep. I was knackered. I was like that. I was gone. So I missed a whole chunk halfway through. The family laugh at me. I even fall asleep and say, "Yeah." It's like I just couldn't believe it. I'm such a geek that way. Anyhow, that's my time. I'm going to leave it at that because I've been on for like over 2 hours. But thanks for everybody for stopping in. Namaste. You're all lovely. When I was watching Jurassic Park last night, I was thinking about the time the movie was the best thing. The fam came second. The game came second. Yeah, if you Lost World Jurassic Park, I think has the hardest PlayStation 1 game ever. It's horrific. It's the snoring I laugh at. Well, the irony is, I fell asleep at the Avatar, the first Avatar, but I went to see it in the Odeon in London, the big one, in is it Oxford Circus, something like that, the big one. And I fell asleep in that as well. And I was snoring. My mate was like, I did that on Saving Private Ryan. Nowadays, it's the only way around, and movies can't compete. Yeah, that's true. Anyway, I fell asleep watching Monster House. Yeah, it's not surprising. It's not that good. But anyway, I'm gonna go. Thanks for popping in. I don't know when I'll be next on. It's a really busy week this week. I know I'm like pushing this secret, but it's Thank you, everybody, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for keeping me company while I'm photographing. No problem. I played Jurassic Park on Mega Drive when I was little. Smash it, mate. Thank you. Night. TTFN. Ta-ta for now. Leicester Square.